So, what do you bring to the table series? What is the table? And this is something that you want to think about when you are preparing your table for engagement. What is the table that you're sitting at? It's very it's interesting to me how we engage in relationships, or we engage in encounters, but we haven't really established the relationship itself, right? Somehow we are just adjacent to each other, and I guess we are going out, and I guess we're calling each other, and I guess we are talking to each other longer than 30 minutes, and sometimes we share food, and if we are sexually active with each other, we do that. Sometimes we meet up at the house or his house or our house, my house, and we watch TV, we watch a movie, but we haven't really established what the table is. We're just going out. And one person's perception, the person might think, especially a woman might think, that this is actually a relationship, whereas in the male's perception, the man's perception, he might think this is just a situationship, that we're just, this is what we do. We're not really in a relationship, we're just kind of like doing something, right? And so I think really asking the hard questions about what the table is, what are we sitting at? What type of table are we sitting at? Are we a friends with benefits table? Or are we just a living situation type table? Am I a rebound in this relationship type table? Or are we just merely friends type table? Or are we bros and sis and we're not really going to cross that line type table? Are we courting type table? Are we looking to move beyond what we are type table? What is, in other words, what is the table? There's a purpose for every table that you set. If you're setting the dining room table, you're going to have dining room furniture. You're going to actually have a dining room table. You're going to have place settings. You're going to have decorative uh, types of dishes. There's going to be a person at the head of the table. There's going to be a person. There are going to be other people who sit at the table. They may all be related. They may not be related. They may be friends. But the table is defined by the purpose of the table. And so if you have a table in your garage, that table might be just for um, crafts, any type of uh, things that you put on it to fix the car, like in the table, or to fix the garage, right? There's a purpose for the table in the garage. There's a purpose for the table if you are a seamstress, right? You're going to sew some clothes, so you prepare your table, you set it up so that you can work on it. Sometimes I, instead of using a desk, a traditional desk, I tend to use a table for a desk, because I want the desk to be very long and I want it to be wide enough for me to do what I want to do. And I have two tables in my house. I have one is for the office, and then one that's for the office being for a teacher, and then one is for my entrepreneurial planning, small business planning. And so those two, I keep those two tables separate, because one is truly dedicated for planning my teaching lessons, reading, research, things like that. And the other table is truly dedicated to the books that I write, the how I set it up, how I want to visit conferences, what I want to do, the logos, all that kind of stuff, right? And so I gave a purpose to each of those tables. Then I have a desk in my bedroom, and then I have another type of table. So understanding the table is very important, because you can be sitting at a table for so many years thinking that it's going somewhere, this relationship is going somewhere, and it hasn't gone anywhere. There have been people who have been in relationships for 10, 15 years with the same partner, and if you both agree that this is the way you want to go with a relationship, then that's fine. That's between you two. You have people who will never marry. uh, you have couples who will never marry, even though they have been married before, but they are expecting the person that they are with now to co-sign and agree with their personal decision. And if that is not something that you want to do, then you're sitting at the wrong table. If you really want to get married, but the person that you're with is telling you, let's just wait, and that statement has turned in has transitioned from a moment to now 2 years to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You have been sitting at the wrong table. That person doesn't want to marry, and it doesn't always mean that the person doesn't want to marry you, and it could also mean that the person doesn't want to marry you. You can also be at a table where the person actually married you and didn't really want to marry you, but they married you because they needed a place to live. They two incomes are better than one, or they stayed together for the kids. They made a number of decisions based upon that one decision. Okay, well, I'm already at the table. I might as well stay at it, right? I might as well continue to eat from it and receive from it. But if that's not something that you want, then you're going to have to address your table, because again, you can be in a situation for many, many years and that not be the type of situation that you really truly wanted, and you wake up one day and you've been sitting at this table for many years, and now it's hard to let it go. Now it's hard to leave. So what is the table? That's something that you have to define for yourself. You have to get the courage and really ask the hard questions concerning the table you're sitting at.